What is going on, everyone, and welcome to the Sports Talk on Tap podcast. We're here. You can find daily videos Monday through Friday covering all the major sports, whether it be news, games, highlights, anything like that. I'm Jake. That's Nick. And in today's NBA episode, there's only one thing to talk about. The NBA Finals, Game 3, is finally upon us after a couple days of waiting. And we figure we start off with some news, though, ahead of the preview. Kristaps Porzingis is dealing with a rare, something in the leg, knee area. I don't even want to try to pronounce that. But I'd say the most important part is Kristaps' day-to-day. And all right, so it's ankle. Ankle's obviously very serious. So we'll see what happens if he's good to go tonight. I would, if it was my guess, if Boston was either down 0-2 or 1-1, he might try to give it a go. But my assumption is, you're up 2-0. You're kind of playing with house money in Dallas. If you take one, that's a win. For me, I don't know if he should play tonight. Why, kind of bother rushing it? You get, obviously, 2 extra days until Game 4, where, tonight, I could obviously be very wrong, but I'm expecting Dallas's best punch because if Dallas goes down 0-3, history tells us Boston might as well start the parade after this game. So, obviously, it's very serious because Kristaps, obviously, Game 1 played a huge impact. Game 2, also very efficient night. So just kind of, just what are your major takeaways heading into this one in the Kristaps injury?
I get what you're saying with the whole, you're already up 2-0, you have a cushion to let him maybe rest a game or two, but I don't think he's going to rest. We all saw that quote where he said he's willing to die on the court. So I think he's going to just go at it until he literally can't anymore. And that's kind of scary to think about because I don't know how career threatening this injury is. If he hurts it worse, is he going to be able to play again? But when you're a guy who's been in the league for however long Porzingis has been in the league, hunting for your first title, I think he's going to give it all he has until they get 4 wins. So I won't be surprised if he plays tonight, but I understand why if he doesn't. You can, like you just said, you can afford to, rest him this game and give it a rest. But I don't know if the short-term rest is really even going to matter for him other than just staying off of it.
Yeah. I just, it's not the same injury, but we've just seen this story too many times where you try and gut it out in, the finals, high stake, like KD with the Warriors, obviously led to a much worse injury. But, it's just, you never know with these things. Kristaps is already so injury prone. In my mind, if he's 70, 80%, go try him out there. But if he's 50-50, it's just not worth the risk for one game. I would say give him those extra 2 days because if he's day-to-day, those 2 extra days will help him. And, my assumption is Dallas is already going to, win tonight. So I don't think it's worth it. Dallas has to throw everything they have at Boston. And I think, I'm expecting, aside from the Kristaps injuries, I'm expecting their players to finally step up. I'm expecting Kyrie to finally have a somewhat good game. I'm expecting players like Josh Green, PJ Washington, Derek Jones to finally knock down some threes because they need to give Lucas some help. And I think, Dallas has shown the ability in other series to tighten up on defense and knock down some huge timely shots. And I'm expecting that to be the difference tonight because you know what? There is just a mentality thing where some teams just want it more. And when you're down 0-2 heading back home to your fans, you obviously want this more. So, if Dallas loses tonight, the series is over. So I know Dallas will have to throw their best punch tonight. And, I honestly think it's going to be a close game because I think Jason Tatum also finally has a good game, but at least shooting wise. But should be a good one. These Game 2 was a much closer game, much more competitive, defensive, grinded battle. But I'm expecting, I don't know. There's no way Kyrie just has, 3 inefficient nights in a row, considering he's one of the most efficient players in the league, even with how good the Celtics defense is on him. Dallas just needs this one, so I'm predicting that they win tonight.
I agree with you in the sense that I think it's going to be the most competitive game we've seen of this series. I don't know if I'm going to predict a Mavericks win just because I'm a Celtics fan, but I think you're right. Being back on home court is going to be a whole different thing for the Mavericks as opposed to playing in TD Garden. Like, I don't know, maybe the crowd got to some of the players' heads. I don't know. I can't speak for them, but playing back at home, you're always going to be more comfortable. You're always going to feed off that energy, especially if you're down 0-2. Like, the crowd's going to be kind of pushing you to get back in the series. So I definitely expect them to back Luka a little bit more tonight, and hopefully Tatum, shoots the ball better or at least more efficiently. Maybe he doesn't, drop a 40 bomb, but maybe he doesn't go 6 for 22 and kind of just dishes the rock out more to his teammates or takes better shots or more timely shots. But we'll see.
Like you said, if he's having a rough night, just only go 6 for 15. Won't hurt you. Just don't keep shooting if it's just not working. If it's not falling that night.
Like, find the hot hand. I feel like every game for the Celtics, like, it's a new hot hand. Last game it was Jrue Holiday. Game before it was probably Jaylen Brown. But just get it to the guy who's cooking. And if Tatum's the guy who's cooking, then I don't mind him taking the shots because if you're feeling hot, you're feeling hot. But if you're 6 for 20, like at the point where he was 6 for 20, it's like, okay, bro, like maybe it's time to start dishing this thing a little more.
Yeah, I thought you did a good job making the right reads at most times. But yeah, obviously, if you're only making 6 shots a game, probably don't want to take 22 shots. But with that being said, should be a very fun game. Obviously a lot of desperation. And as for now, we're excited. The plan is we will also be live streaming on YouTube tonight for the game, live reacting to hopefully, all of it. We'll see what happens though. But yeah, that is the plan. Either way, we'll be watching it. You guys will be too. And hopefully, like we've talked about so far, it should be the best game because, Luka's going to show up. So far, I don't have any reason to believe Jaylen Brown won't show up because the defense he's been playing on Kyrie. But, I know we're excited and, you can feel the vibes. Both of us living in the Boston area, a lot of people are, expecting the championship. Banner 18 because if Boston wins this, now they have the most banners officially like ahead of the Lakers again because the Lakers tied it up back in 2020. So this is gonna be an exciting game 3 because there's a lot on the line for both teams tonight. But either way, I know Dallas will be packed, and just as a non-biased fan, I just want Dallas to at least win to make the series interesting. If it's 3-0, it's Boston and max 5. So, what's the point of this? Give us a good series. No one wants to see like last year's final end in 5 games. No one wants to see these awful finals endings. I want to see a good one. I want to see a tough 6-7 game battle where it goes down to the wire. Because that's what true champion's about.
Okay. We're not going to be out here calling, like the 2019 Warriors or 2018 Warriors, whatever team KD was on. I can't remember off the top of my head. We're not going to be calling them not true champions because they won. They were sweeping the Cavs every game.
Undeserved. But, people argue like, what do do those rings count towards KD's legacy? You have those people in that corner, because it's like, it's a cop out. It's, just a way to go about it. And, I respect it. We'll see what happens though tonight. The Celtics also have been deemed a super team by a lot of people on Twitter and the media. But you know what? Celtics looking to prove them right, I guess, and go for another commanding 3-0 series lead. But we'll be here to recap it tomorrow, no matter what happens. With that being said, make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.